Richard E. Grant was my favorite Civil War general.
Oh,
Was
that's
he
a classic.
which side was he on? Was there even a Grant?
Oh Jesus!
If I'm being
This is all over again.
No, you can't say that.
It's just Daniel.
Is it?
No, but I'm just saying.
Oh no, he's on the good side. We're fine.
I like how we don't say which ones.
Ulysses S. Grant was a Union general.
Time cop, come in here, time cop.
Time cop.
Erase the first 15 minutes of this time cop.
Take me
Time
away, take me away.
Time cop, as always, will save our edits. Look,
Do you want a
before
synopsis?
there was, you already did one.
Time cop.
Time cop.
I hit my nose.
Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrorble Opinions podcast. With new guest host Voldemort, because he just clapped his nose off. As always, I'm your horrible host, Kenny, who wants to tell you that this isn't the one that shows Julian Sands' wing.
Hi, it's me, Julian Sands Wang.
I gotta do a voice. I am come, Ryan. Ask me what you will, but stop asking my wench where she put the vein.
Is that what you say to your wife when you climax? I am Ryan.
I am come.
Ask me what you will.
Who do
Like
you
now-
think you are coming into my wife?
I'm sorry.
Now-
Oh,
You heard him. Oh, holy
Sorry.
wife.
My wife.
My wife. And of course, we are watching a movie for one of the holiest of days of the year. What day is that, Ryan?
I almost said something awful.
Not another thing,
We
Daniel.
would never do that.
Not another thing.
No, it would have been the same thing.
Oh god, this is going downhill fast.
This is. Is it January
You got
4th?
Did you get it?
That's right, it's Jet Li's birthday.
Oh, it's Jet
Oh,
Li's
shit.
birthday. Happy birthday,
Is it
Julian
Jelly's
Sands.
birthday? Happy B-Day, buddy.
He and I,
Julian Sands.
we don't share
Share a
birthday.
hairline.
We share. God, you took my joke away from me, Daniel. Joke stealer.
He is. He's like you, but like good looking. And British. That might be all that it takes, though. That accent. You got a combination of like Missouri mushmouth and Chinese mushmouth now.
The accent is doing like 90% of the work, right?
It really is. But
That's not it.
that's not it. He's fancy. Oh yeah. Hey,
Now
we're
listen,
watching
young
Warlock.
Lucas, we don't go around just melting babies.
Lucas, you can't pick on a child just because they're unbaptized.
Just because a baby hasn't been baptized doesn't mean you can melt them down for their fat so you can fly around like a freak.
You don't punt on first down. Not even Tampa Bay does that.
Very good. Very good.
Warlock.
Warlock. Am I wrong in saying
Yes.
they never use the word warlock in this movie?
He says he's a warlock.
When?
He
Because guys like, I think it's the dude that the lady lives with. He's like, so you're like a witch? And he's like, no. Or he said, what does he say? I watched this like 6 years ago. What does he say? He says,
look,
I thought
there's-
witches were all ladies. He's like, no, there were males.
No, he said, and some are men. He never says they're called warlocks. And even
Yeah, but
Redford
we know
constantly calls him a witch.
he gets so offended when that little boy says that witches are girls.
Oh, it's the
and he's
little
like,
boy that says it. Yeah. Okay.
they can be men. Okay, like he's been getting this
Okay,
shit his whole life. Like
and-
his parents are like,
You know what?
witches are women.
Choose a manly spellcasting profession.
Well, too bad for him. I've been baptized multiple times, so I could probably fly his ass around the universe.
Why did you jiggle yourself when you said that?
He's saying
what
that
the-
he's got a lot of fat.
I got a lot of fat.
It would have lasted him long enough for him to go around the entire universe, which is always expanding.
It is, and so am I.
And so is he. Leo's getting larger.
I love this movie.
It's a good time.
It really is. I don't watch it enough. Just saying. Happy birthday, Julian.
Happy birthday.
Many more.
Oh.
Many more and many more.
I mean, he'll keep having them. He's just dead. That sucked. Can we go ahead and say that sucked? And I'm disappointed that Julian Sands fell off a mountain.
You can say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Hot take.
I'm disappointed Julian Sands fell off a mountain and then they didn't find him for like 6 months. What was our government doing? Why didn't we have a tactical strike team combined with like MI6 finding Julian Sands? Now, every time I watch Arachnophobia, which is a lot, I get a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Because they didn't act.
They didn't act. Where was Obama that day? I'd like to know that. You know?
He was supposed to be his hiking partner, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Just like erotic asphyxiation, you don't go hiking without a spotter.
You don't do it without Obama.
You hear that,
The
Biden?
eyes of Obama are upon you. You know what else is missing?
Us. Can you tell we haven't recorded in a while?
It's been a hot minute. I was going to say a synopsis from Daniel.
Oh, shit. We used to... No, I say we. The royal we. The warlock we. Daniel, give us that Puritan sad times synopsis, buddy.
Terminator.
Meets?
Harry Potter.
Time travel. Would you be offended if you traveled to the future and someone popped out your casket and broke your little finger bones?
I wouldn't care. I mean, because I'm dead, right?
No, but you're there and you're watching him pop off your finger bones.
Oh, right.
You see, I think I would just giggle out of nervousness.
Doesn't
am I
really
gonna
make
feel this?
sense, I think.
What if I come back? I don't know.
It makes sense if that's not Redfern.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
With all the names behind this movie, you would think Warlock would be bigger than it is.
What names?
Steve Miner,
Yeah.
David Toohey.
Yeah, Pitch Black.
Uh-huh. The Fugitive.
No, not so much The Fugitive, but Pitch Black.
I mean, Pitch Black's dope.
Riddick.
And then you got, like, your main three, Julian Sands, Laurie Singer, Richard Grant.
Yeah, those are old people. I don't know them.
You know them. They all still exist.
Not all of them.
Well,
I mean,
in the zeitgeist, people still know them. Before there was Dick in a box, we had Cat in a basket.
I love everyone's favorite game, Cat in a Basket.
Yeah, and then you burn it underneath the witch or some shit.
That doesn't seem like it'd do much to me. I don't know.
Make me hungry, probably. I bet it smells delicious.
I thought we was supposed to drown them, and if they don't drown, then they're a witch.
And then you drown
That's
them.
when you don't
And then you drown
know.
them again.
That's right. If they're a witch, this one they're 100% certain is a witch. So they've gone past drowning. They've now gone to the other extreme of burning. You see?
Yeah, like we know you're a witch, so we don't have to torture you.
Was Faramir a witch? Is that why his daddy
I think
tried
there
to burn
was
him?
still some torturing going on, but we'll get to it.
Well, yeah, he's got those toe things on him.
Those toe clamps, that torture me. Don't touch my feet.
Hold on. It's Puritan sad times. We're walking down Old Road. Everyone's sad.
I'm living Puritan.
Everyone's wearing dark clothes. It's cold. We've got so many white old faces that just look scowling about, and you get the four darkly dressed men. I don't got any problem with these lovely dark men. It's just
You should. They suck.
no, they're great as they're walking
They're bad
down.
guys.
They're the bad guys, Ryan.
What?
You can tell because they're dressed darkly.
They're
No. Well,
They're bad guys.
So's the warlock.
yeah.
Th're all bad
They're
guys.
all bad guys. What are you talking? Yeah.
You think they burn just actual witches?
That's the first witch they've ever actually caught.
Yeah.
They got one.
This must be an exciting day then.
Well, no, because they
They'll
thought the
never
other
know.
ones. They
Yeah,
thought the
it's-
other ones were too. They were sure of that.
All successes in their book.
When that
He
warlock.
got a weird looking nipple. Burn him.
Wait, what?
You heard him. Witchfinder General. How many nipples do you have?
Not just that. If you have a weird looking one, they also got to check your butthole.
They can check mine. Look, the original concept for the script, apparently the warlock was not a bad guy, and he escaped into the future because he was being persecuted. And then he gets to the future, and then they persecute him some more. And he's like, well, that just doesn't work. So let's just make him a bad guy.
Good decision. I love the music in this.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good Halloween vibe music. When the warlock title card comes on and then the music sting kicks in, it's so good, Daniel. Look at me.
Oh,
So good.
Sting did the soundtrack. Are you ever going to tell us what those four dark men did?
No, you won't let me. You keep interrupting me with useless information.
Well, the four dark
And I'm
men
gonna put
surrounded
a goddamn
the
witch
little
curse
guy.
on you so that you
Right.
get old.
He was sitting on a couch. The four dark men gathered around him.
And they did stuff to his toes.
Yeah.
Did you watch
Look.
when they walked up the stairs in that tower? Some of the stairs gave a little bit.
Yeah, that's how you know good stairs. You want them to give a little bit.
You want them to give a little bit.
little
I'm
bit.
like, careful, careful, careful. Keep going, precious.
They rushed the set design. Stairs aren't easy, especially when you got people like just turning into the Tasmanian devil and traveling to the future and stuff.
So, do you want those toe clamps or not?
No.
Those toe clamps bother me.
I didn't like them.
Now, imagine having to hold, because he's got his thumbs in one part of the toe clamps and his toes in his other, so he's bent over in a pose. Now, imagine having to hold that for how many days? Guess what, Daniel? It's the third day. You know what that means? It's resurrection time, buddy.
I don't want to hold it for 3 minutes.
You might know that.
My
I don't
back
know
hurts.
that.
I know.
Then they knock him over and he has to fall down.
That's a war crime. That's torture.
rude. Yeah.
Witches don't have rights.
Do the rules of Geneva apply to witches?
No, they don't.
You know what? They jelly. They look all grimy and dirty, but that warlock looks sleek and sexy.
Dude, he looks so fresh.
Mm.
Whole movie, I'm like, damn, looking fresh as shit. And then we got Christopher Lambert's Highlander rolling around there, all covered in furs.
In walks Wolfie. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look,
And
you're
like,
so cute.
I
but
bet he's going to be important. He's the only one not dressed sad.
He's the only one who talks.
He's
Yeah.
dressed like an animal.
I don't know if that's true, but I said it.
he's a wolf boy.
Now, there's other ones who talk.
And then he goes from being a Highlander to an Outlander.
Yeah.
Why did they let him keep his rings?
Well, they're not mean.
I guess they don't do anything.
Or
They're
do
just-
they?
Decoration, really. He really wanted that one.
He should have been naked.
Look, he should have been
This
naked.
isn't horny Daniel saying this. This is practical. You don't want him to have any powders or anything hidden on his
And
person.
let's be real here. In between the thumb cuffs and the big toe cuffs,
no.
there'd be a
No.
cock cuff.
I knew.
What? You
I
nailed
knew
that
that's
to
where
the
this was
ground?
going.
If you nail that
Yeah.
to the ground, he's not going anywhere. Ain't no
Oh.
whirlwind tornado getting
Oh
him
my
out of
god.
there.
If he was running around naked later in the movie and he fell into that sand mound and he mushroom stamped it, she could have put a nail through the mushroom stamp. That would have
Yep,
ended him.
That's the thing that could have happened. Time cop.
Time Cop approves of mushroom stamps.
Now, when the lightning sounds start happening and the storm comes, and right before he turns into a dust devil, did that make you need to poop, Kenny? Is that enough for you?
Look,
or
It was not quite there. I actually have to poop right now. The thunder's been rolling back and forth. But for you boys, I put it off for a little bit.
Okay,
But it's gonna add
thank you.
that
adds-
edge.
it adds the
we've been
sense of
missing
urgency.
on my side. Yeah,
Yeah.
that real
At any moment, you could shit your pants.
a shit could happen. The shit could get real, and the thunder will roll, and you won't know because Discord will cover it. But
No,
the audience will know.
I'm looking at
when
your face. I think I'll know. It's happening.
he'll have his own
I
devil's
am
wind.
complete.
When did when did Terminator come out?
Before this, obviously.
Was it before this? I mean, yeah. it has to be
Obviously.
before
See,
this,
this was
is-
1989, which is a good year. That's a great year. And I mean, Terminator 2 was 91.
Oh, what if we're wrong?
Terminator was 84. There was really
Oh, okay.
7 years between 1 and 2. Wow.
So Terminator has lightning for their time travel, and Warlock has animated wind.
Tasmanian Devil.
Okay.
What's that guy
Even
sound
makes
like?
that's what he sounds like. Exactly what he sounds like.
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
I just told you. That's
He does the slobbery.
So
Yeah.
I want you role play with me a little bit. Imagine.
Okay, I'm a schoolgirl.
Okay, schoolgirl, you're in your bedroom. You hear a crash.
Oh.
You come out.
Uh-huh.
You're what would you call
Wait,
that?
can I
Not your
change who I am?
housemate. Nope. You're
Can I
still
change who I
schoolgirl.
am?
Nope, it's locked
Okay,
in.
well, I'm
100%.
schoolgirl. I'm schoolgirl.
Your
I'm
stats are on the
schoolgirl-
paper.
I'm schoolgirl Grubbins. Okay.
Nope, change it back. I don't want no schoolgirl Grubbins. Trying to.
How dare you?
What do you do when you see a strange man? Okay, I'm being judgmental. What do you do when you see a person come through your window and is lying on the ground?
Throw them right back out, but you try not to touch them because then their mom won't take them back in the nest.
This is true.
That's a good point. I mean, they were real casual about it. Huh, man, that's weird.
It's the late 80s, man.
I
Shit
guess he's
happens
our
all the
child
time.
now. I don't know.
According to the people in our community, the weirdest thing about the whole situation is that she lived with a gay man.
That's pretty weird.
I thought the weirdest thing was her hair.
Oh, her hair was awful. This is definitely not peak Laurie Singer. This is not Footloose Laurie Singer.
100% not. Is that her hair?
If it is, she killed it.
It looks
If
so
that's
dry.
her hair, then
Yes.
Like one fireball spell and it's gone.
Shave it all off and start again. Because I've never been more disgusted.
She had
I've never
troll
been more
hair.
disgusted.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, like a troll doll. Yeah.
I just wonder with the whole like Asian her throughout the movie type thing, if maybe they just rolled with wigs from the get go, so it's easier just to swap them, and you'll never be like, oh, that was her actual hair.
Why? But
if it's all wigs,
but it's all bad.
It's consistent.
You know what it is?
You got Julian Sands with his luscious long hair. You
oh my
can't
god,
get
his luscious long hair.
The accent.
Every time.
It adds
Time
girth.
cop.
Time.
Time cop. I'm a Scorpio.
Time cock.
Time cock.
All I'm saying, her hair was like Uncanny Valley the entire
You're
time
not a
for me.
Scorpio.
Wait. I want you to say that again, Ryan, but I need you to finish your poem. Your hair is Uncanny Valley. Go. How to say it? Go. You're on the spot. Go.
Your hair is Uncanny Valley, dry like the desert sand. There you go.
I hate sand. It's
We
coarse
couldn't
and
get a full haiku out of that.
it gets everywhere.
That was Lil Fat Boy's first attempt at that poem for Beverly. Instead of your hair is winter fire, your hair is Uncanny
is winter
Valley.
fire, burning embers, and something. Uncanny Valley, dry and like the sand.
My mom's turkey lives there too. Dry.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
Dry.
That was bad hair.
Mom.
Kasandra has to take insulin shots. This is important.
With a K.
With a K. Kasandra with a K.
Yeah. Now, do you think the insulin shots were like something we did at the beginning with the character just because, or in the end it's like, ooh, I want to inject them with salt water? Well, how do we make it to where there's needles here? Well, she could use drugs. No, we don't want her to use drugs. Oh, she's a diabetic.
Diabetic, yeah.
I think they started with how do we get salt into the Warlock, and then they were just worked it back from that, because
That's how
her being diabetic plays no role other than that in this entire movie.
At the second they showed that, I knew that she was gonna stab him at some point in the movie.
Was that Scrotum's insulin shots?
There's
needles?
Scrotum's insulin shots. Scrotum's needle,
she used it to get out of that police interview. Oh, I
Scrotum's
forgot my
needle is
insulin.
called something else. What do you call a scrotum's needle?
Real good time.
All right, time cop.
Not for someone, not for me.
In Kassandra's room, when the Warlock wakes up, there is what the hell is that painting picture of the crazy 3D lady coming out of the picture frame? And why is there a baby doll decorative art piece? I don't understand.
It's the late 80s, and she's very
California.
artistic. Like, she didn't go to California just to become a waitress. She's there to do something
What do you
with
think
art.
the song Californication is about? It's about this.
It's about this. It's about finding a man who falls through your window and gently placing him on your bed with his, like, a nice shot of his feet. We're always showing his feet. Julian Sands must have nice feet.
No, he just refuses to wear shoes. He's like Tom Jane.
Oh, I could see that. Weren't they friends? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm sure they were.
I don't fucking hang out with them. How the fuck should I know?
Okay,
Why don't you?
I'm going to say something that out of the three of us, I think Daniel is most likely to honk at an old lady in the road taking too much time. Agree or disagree?
Situations matter.
Context matter. Okay, we're at the light. The light has turned green. Old lady's pushing her cart in front.
Yeah, if I'm on my own time and I'm trying to get somewhere, I'm honking. But if I'm on the clock in the work vehicle, I'm paid by the hour. I'm like, take your time.
I
man.
would never honk a horn for any reason.
I think Daniel's scared of the potential conflict that could arise.
No,
from
I'm not
it, even
scared of
if
the
it's just,
potential. I just don't think there's a point to honking your horn.
Even because if the lady turned around and gave him like a fist gesture, he would be thinking about that for days.
I probably would, but it's like everyone's got their AirPods in, everybody's listening to the radio. You're not gonna hear me honk a horn at you. You're not paying attention to begin with, you old fucking hag. I hope you
So
choke
we need
on
to get you a bigger horn.
Oh, okay. If you give me like a trucker horn,
train, yeah,
or like a train horn?
Yeah.
or the
What does that sound like?
That's not it.
That ain't it.
What does
It's
it
that
go?
Dukes of Hazzard
Yeah,
one.
the Dukes of Hazzard goes. How does it go?
I'm blanking
jingle
on it,
bells,
too.
jingle bell, jingle. Nope, that's not it.
No, that ain't.
Wait. Oh, does it go? Coochie, 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 coochie.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think
What
it's the
episode
coochie
was
one.
that?
Stay tuned for that's. Ooh, Daniel, you're giving them secret future
Has that
knowledge.
not
You can't do
happened?
that.
I don't
you
even
can't
know.
do that. That hasn't happened.
I don't even
secret
know when it
future
happened, though.
knowledge.
That's secret.
I just
You
know
can't
that
do
it did
that.
happen.
It affects the
did.
timescape. All right.
Time cop. Time
Time
cop.
Cop. Time Cop. This season has been brought to you by Time Cop.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Now I'm gonna be thinking about it the whole episode. If someone doesn't tell me.
Ryan, do you never honk your horn? Well, I mean, not in China.
No, in
but-
China you honk the horn.
Well, I'm gonna say like it doesn't count in China.
I mean, everyone honk. I mean, it doesn't. It's a way to release aggression, right? That's the only thing
I
it
release
does.
my aggression with bullets.
Do I ever honk my horn? Yes, because when I have an e-bike, and so when I'm coming up towards someone who's on their e-bike or their regular bike, honking is the only way to let them know someone is approaching because they're not paying any attention. And they do not maintain a course of, they don't go straight. They sweave back and forth a little bit, and so you're gonna get hit
They're
if
dancing.
you do. They're dancing with themselves as if they're the only ones who exist on this road that they're sharing with trucks and pedestrians and baby strollers and dogs and cats coming out of the sky.
That's a big Twinkie.
Okay, I just remembered which episode it was. All right, we're good.
I still don't, but that's fine.
Are you a Scorpion?
I'll remember it when we watch it.
He's not.
I'm not a Scorpio.
I am.
No.
We should
You
get.
got a big Scorpio ring?
Oh, we should get rings. What are
Oh,
you,
no.
Daniel?
No.
We
From
should
what
get
I've learned,
little
is-
tramp stamps on our back.
oh hell yeah,
I want a Pokeball on mine.
That's
I'm a
not.
Cancer,
Wait,
so I'm just gonna get
but that's
Cancer on my
not
back.
what I'm gonna do.
No, why would I want to get a ring? Because like I don't need a Warlock to show up and be like knife to meet you and like cut my finger off.
Oh, is that why you're saying we should get a ring?
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
I
he
can
wants
come
us to
over
get a
and
wants to-
signed
yes,
ring.
he
a
wants to
warlock
talk
cut
about
your
the movie.
finger off. No, it's because
I like my fingers.
kind of
I need them for things.
I kind of wanted that Scorpion ring too.
Look, if you want to go talk about your signs, you go talk to my oldest daughter. She's into some light witchcraft these days. She got a witch kit for Christmas with some herbs.
That's cool. I'm into the occult, but none of that freaky shit, you know?
She wants to carve her own wand out of an apple tree branch.
Yeah, I would say she's into that freaky shit.
I think we just call those people herbologists, right?
Did you say herb?
Ologist.
No, there's a lot. Our herbologist family members live in Missouri.
Guys are really hitting that H.
It's a hard H.
Are we talking about the Crypt Keeper? Don't summon him.
What crypt keeper?
He's got graveyard hair.
He's got graveyard hair.
He does have
This
graveyard
lady
hair.
in the movie had graveyard hair.
That's what it was,
Oh my
Daniel.
God.
Thank you. Yes, she had
No.
red dyed. She has graveyard hair. They just dyed it red. That's what it is.
She's got hair that, like, she clearly lives on a planet that's a lot closer to the sun, and that's just how their hair is.
Do you think they would even have hair? Because obviously they would have evolved differently. So like, do they need it? They probably need more.
Hey,
Block the radiation.
do you like
You know, we're
do you like milk?
Ryan,
blam, get her to sew this.
we're talking about radiation right now, Ryan. So
Because
if
if
you
you
not
like
interrupt-
milk, in the scene where she's at the diner, behind her it says, "If you want fresher milk, you'll have to squeeze it yourself."
I feel like that's not true because they are obviously not keeping a cow at the back of the diner.
No, you have to go to your home, to your sad Puritan times with your cow, milk it yourself to get fresher. I want to talk to you about transition efficiency. Okay, listen to me.
And how we
okay, I
cannot do it in this podcast.
But this movie does it beautifully. Cassandra working at the diner. We see a shot of the cops pull up in their police car. Bam! We cut to her talking to the police about her dead roommate at the station. Bing, boom, bomb, done. Oh my god, good stuff. Now answer me this. Who called the police?
Oh, well, that's simple.
didn't she?
She's been at the diner the whole time.
Didn't the neighbors?
The neighbors called? Really?
They heard a commotion.
Also, the previous night, when he crashed through the window, they tried to call the police, but the lines were down because of the storm. So within, let's say, 12 hours, the lines have been fixed, and someone heard him scream, I guess? Or did Warlock walk out, just throwing body parts up in the air and say, I just killed a man, and then walked on his merry little way? What you tell me. Who called the police?
Time cop.
I'm gonna say
There's a third roommate we don't see that was just sleeping the whole time.
It was
gonna say-
floorboard grubbins. Yes,
Floorboard
Ooh.
Grubbins. That's
Floorboard
right. Yeah.
The
And he
roommate-
is pissed that guy crashed through that window.
The roommate was gay. Also, no.
Yeah. Are you saying?
He was. No.
Did he frequent public parks?
No. Get this. What are the cops asking her about the whole time during the interview? Like, he was gay. You know what partners he had? Like, we know he was gay. How do they know he was gay? How do they know this man? You know why? Small town. It's not that small, but it's apparently freaking them out that he's gay. So they're highly focused on this guy. So they have a tail on him at all times to make sure his gayness isn't getting out of control.
And yet,
The cops were already there.
they don't already know the name of his lovers. Also, the part where I really have to suspend my disbelief is that the cops would actively investigate a crime with someone who was homosexual.
I don't think they are.
Oh,
They're just trying.
there you go. Very good, Daniel. Because
They're just looking for more. They're just looking for more homosexuals to beat
Now,
up.
did she not?
Like, you killed ours.
Every town has one. Only one. Did we? Are we just?
You don't know that.
Are we just gonna?
Then it's you.
Oh yeah, right. Are we just gonna ignore that the man dressed in black who crashed through the window last night, or did Kasandra with a K forget to tell them?
Like, whoops. Yeah, why does she... Because she ain't trying to be involved in it, okay? She's just like, well, that's a whoopsie on my part. Okay?
I think she probably tried to tell him, but they kept being like, "That's great that this homeless guy crashed through your window. Tell me about all the gay people."
Yeah.
I think this police guy was looking for a date.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna insert the cruising for a piece of ass line from Highlander right here. Right here.
Yeah.
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 Why, Garfield? You cruising for a piece of ass?
One of my most favorite scenes in this movie is coming up. Do you know what it is? Daniel.
When he punches her in the face?
No, that happens later. So now,
I don't
Okay,
know.
just making sure.
now we go to the metaphysical bookstore. And it's that lady. It's the lady who was in House of the Devil, who's got the face.
Okay, look. You don't just walk into a metaphysical bookstore.
I'm not sure how you even get in there.
The door?
I don't think you can like physically go in there. You gotta fucking
It's not
astrally.
allowed.
You gotta
Oh.
astrally project thine self.
Look. I need you to get out too, because I only do grope sessions. Grope sessions.
She was so quick to break all her rules for some dick.
Well, I mean, look at him.
Look at that.
She's like, I only channel for groups, but you know what? Channel me a spirit, yeah, I got you. And then you're like,
Well,
oh,
really,
it's a father. What's his name? Zamiel. That doesn't send up red flags.
The
That
red
Zamiel?
flag is that there on her door. There's little stickers, and what is one of the stickers? No shirt, no shoes, no service. He still is not wearing shoes. He should not have been served. Rules are for everybody, not just. Yeah, I don't care what timeline you're from. You're from 18 bullshit. You still gotta follow the rules. Terminator.
Gotta follow the
fucking ass.
rules.
A fun thing I like about this scene is she's asking him questions, and unless it's a question that gets him what he wants, he doesn't answer it. He just tells her what, because she's like, "How'd you get in here?" Or "I only do group sessions," but he ignores all those questions until she says, "I'll need a name." And then he'll tell her the name. That's like the only questions he'll ask is if it gets him what he wants. Otherwise, he ignores her completely. Okay, this fake possession acting, so sensual, Daniel. I cannot tell you. You look at that.
Did you feel a little weird in your pants?
I had to look around to see if it was okay for me to be watching this at work. And I'm like, maybe not.
So, I believe my note on her starting to channel that spirit was, this is me in the middle of an intense shit battle.
I thought you were gonna say this is me like eating some spaghetti or something.
You gotta
something
cycle-
really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
2 hands
Like,
on
she
the
starts
counter.
to get sweaty. she's like grunting, and then like her bone structure and her face changes. Like when you're really pushing it out, like you look like a different person whenever you're crowning.
I guess. I mean, if you say so.
And look, all these mistakes she's making, she ain't even a medium, dog. She's a small. Like, come on.
Well, she's a
Amateur
medium.
hour.
It worked.
Ask me
Yeah.
what I will. I ask that we wait. For what? For the true Zamiel to show up. B.
Yeah, come on, lady. Give it a second.
Oh, Kenny.
Oh, he's here.
It's just so good. It's so good because we get the fake acting, right? The fake possession acting. And then the real possession like slowly ticks in because she's having trouble speaking, like she's choking to get words out and she's sweating. And then you get that prosthetic cheek and forehead and it's just all so good. And she's got those like shark teeth on it and her eyes are black. Ah, love it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
But you know what's not good?
Not good.
This dude wants the Warlock to do all this crazy shit just for the honor of doing the service.
Yes, but for the most cunning of witches who gets you your shit back, what for them?
Yeah, like that's still just doing your service, dog. That's what you're all supposed to be doing. What are you thinking, man?
See how much I got here. I got two
if
ones.
you
I got
give
some
me money,
quarters.
I eat for a day. You make me the one begotten son, I eat for eternity.
Right, you know, because like I'm only helping you guys because you guys said, you know, why serve in heaven when you can rule in hell? And I don't really feel like you're gonna let me rule in hell because you're just like, you know, it's for the cause, man. And I'm just like, I ain't about the cause, man. I got mouths to feed. You don't just wake up looking like this. Like this takes time. I have to have a personal trainer. I have to have a personal chef. You know, I just.
Are you talking about you or Julian Sands?
Yeah, dog. Like 1,000 brushstrokes every morning to keep this hair luscious. You think I got time to do that myself? Because I'm over there like working out, you know. I'm not doing this for you, man. You're gonna undo the world. I just want a little cash, man. Like in this economy, you know how much a bread costs? Like, come on, man.
And it was at this moment that I realized that this person talking to me was in fact 35 foot tall creature from the Paleozoic era. And I said, God damn it, Loch Ness Monster.
God damn it, Loch Ness Monster. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, are you saying you have a personal chef?
Not me, man.
I mean, is its name Chef Boyar-dee?
Boyar-dee?
Chef Kim-ar-dee?
Boyar-dee?
Boyar-dee. But all I'm saying is the guy tries to screw him in the job, and then he's out there collecting body parts like he's the fucking mummy. He's got a tongue. He's got the eyes.
Yeah.
Fucking Imhotep over here.
Yeah.
This movie ripped off the Mummy.
I can't believe this movie would rip off the 2000.
The Brendan Fraser
Mummy.
I love those little eyes. I love those little eyes so much. They just move around.
Oh, when they're like all melty later.
Oh,
yeah.
It's so good.
And then like we cut back to the house, you know, she goes back to the scene of the crime and Outlander shows up and punches her in the face.
There's one piece of police tape in the driveway. There's nobody else here at the scene, even though sometimes
are we sure this isn't in Norway?
They didn't have a chief of police over there to tell them that this spot over here needs to be more secured?
Secured.
What did Chief Buck say?
Yeah, maybe more secure tape. Make it more. It's not gonna do anything, but it looks good. Yeah, they processed this house very quickly in less than like 6 hours. Let's say they found out at noon.
Okay, let's say that. And
it's already dark now. Let's say so 6-7 hours. They've already processed the entire scene and left.
Well,
I mean, DNA is not really a thing yet. So what are they even doing? You know.
And as soon as they found out he was a gay man, they just put down that the cause of death was AIDS.
Yeah.
These were different times.
Did they always have a cat? That's one of my notes. There's a cat.
They don't really delve into their backstory. I mean, I'm sure maybe when they were kids, they might not have.
Probably not, because cats generally don't live that long, right?
Right.
Yeah. Unless this is a time cat that was brought with
cat
from the before times as well.
Daniel, how many times has a man dressed in furs walked into your doorway and said,
and punched me in the face?
Now, first he asked you, did he bleed?
Well, sometimes.
Spider-Man? Like, if you punch him, he bleeds. Like, like, he does.
3 times? 4 times?
It's definitely more. Okay, I don't want to say it's been a lot.
More than
I'll say it's not. It's an uncommon occurrence.
Okay, but how many times has someone just busted into your house?
Yeah.
I can think of
one
time in my house with me there, and then one time in our house with you there.
Whoa.
Ryan knows what I'm talking about.
Was he looking for Megan?
Yeah,
is this Megan's house?
Hey guys, is this Megan's house?
No, I don't think.
Story break.
I think he didn't start out. He just came in.
Yeah,
wait a couple seconds, and then he started talking. He didn't walk in and say, "Hey, is this Megan's house?" He walked in and looked at us, and then said, "Is this Megan?" It's a little different. The recognition of fear on his eyes.
We were all in the kitchen at mine and Ben's apartment. Ryan, were you living with us at the time, or was that before you moved back in with us?
Doesn't
Doesn't matter.
Neither
here nor there.
Your house is always where I'm living.
That's true. The boys were gathered in the kitchen having some drinks. I think we went and seen a movie or some shit. We did something. And this dude just walks through the front door and just is standing there. And I think we all are looking at each other, assuming somebody else knows him. Because it's like, who the fuck just walks into a house without knocking or anything? And so, like, I'm assuming Ryan knows him. And then he's just like, is this Megan's house? It's all dudes. Like, are we running the train on Megan?
That's
like,
exactly right, Kitty. He's walked in.
Like
what do you think? He's like, oh, this is different. Oh no, what kind of party did
if
she
I
invite me
had
to?
A lot more dudes than Megan said were gonna be here.
I'm not a deal breaker, but like if I'd been on my game, I would have been like, yeah, dude, she just.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, okay. We're gonna need a time cop for that.
But I don't even know what we said to that. I think we all just looked at him in shock and someone might have said no, and they just like left. And well, moral of the story is don't just walk into someone's house.
And that man's name, Albert Einstein.
Probably got beat up a lot.
Walking into random people's houses?
But at least he is more polite than the lady who just busted into, our house with you, Daniel.
Sure, I guess, This wasn't Megan's house either.
This also was
not Megan's house.
Or, whatever Megan is in Spanish.
I think it's Mithrigan.
El Megan. La Megan?
El Magano.
So, Kenny, are you gonna show your eldest how to make a witch compass?
I should. I think she'd love it. But the blood is thin. It's gonna take a hot minute.
Okay, here's the thing. So she gets punched in the face. She was screaming. It happens. She
punched back.
He punched back. I mean, yeah, it's flailed with her little troll hair. It's fine. God, why does that hair bother me so much? It's just so dry.
It's bad. It's bad.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you agree. I was worried that I was going to be here and just complain about this hair, and you were going to say,
kinda
like,
like,
what are you talking about? No, this is Peak 80s
It's kind
hair.
of like what's her
right?
face's hair in Blade Runner, right?
No.
Well, like the cut, but then it's like that, but like then fried.
I don't know. I've never
Anywho.
actually seen Blade Runner, but I feel like it's not like the hair in Blade Runner.
It probably is. I'm
Anywho.
probably right. I usually am.
The address outside on the curb says 1235. When she calls the police, she says 3237 Woodburn. So the cops aren't even going to the right house.
That's the problem. It's her fault.
She forgot where she lived. She did just get punched in the face, though.
She did just get punched in the face by a time traveler.
Outlander here has the nerve to say, oh, he's the rudest witch ever. But
He sounds like a bad dude. He could hit an ollie like, whoa.
The Warlock, though, didn't show up through her window and then punch her in the face.
He did kill her friend,
He
though.
did bite the tongue out of her friend.
She doesn't know that.
Oh, no, they told him.
I mean,
They told her.
She suspects, but she doesn't have to suspect that Outlander punched her in the face.
It's true.
Those were the days. And then you know what? They tased Belmont's ass.
Ah.
Are you calling him Belmont?
I call him a lot of things throughout my note.
Oh my god, the shit that Redfern is just saying. He lays waste to all in his path. The place matters not. I'm like, that kind of sounds like us.
You did 3 different accents in 2 sentences. That was impressive.
That's my gift to you.
You're welcome.
I just love all the lore stuff in this movie. We can use blood, witch blood, to make a compass. They don't get along with salt. We get summoning entities to do little possessions, get information. Later, we're going to have pennies in the mouth, iron nails into footprints.
Okay.
Brass keys to dispel harmful curses, sanctified ground, unbaptized
The
child
pennies
fat.
in the mouth wouldn't work.
Oh, no, it depends what year.
Okay. Were there pennies in the year he came from?
No, it's the copper is what they're
It's
trying
the
to.
copper. So
It's what they want.
1793 to 1837, they were around
Does he know pennies have copper?
95% copper. And then after that, in 1982, they went to 97% zinc.
I don't think that's enough.
It's not enough, but did he know pennies had copper in them?
If those
Yeah.
pennies were from like the 1800s, which they
Are you
could have
saying he
been,
brought pennies with him?
I said he found them at the farmhouse. That's where he had them. The Mennonite farmer.
I don't.
They're not Amish.
Doesn't work for me.
Okay, I'm just saying that
Also,
I had to
neither
look
one
it
of
up
those
too.
things existed either.
What?
Mennonites and Amish.
What do you mean?
Those didn't exist in his timeline.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, everybody was just Amish.
Yeah. But they weren't,
Elon Musk
calling
hadn't
themselves that.
invented electricity yet.
That's a good point.
This is
Happy birthday, Julian.
happy birthday.
Should have done arachnophobia.
We could do that too.
Nah,
We
will
we
do
could
that.
just freeball
but that's not
arachnophobia
enough
easily.
focus. That's not enough focus on Julian.
Yeah, Julian's a side character.
I know why we did Warlock.
Okay.
Because he's badass at this. I love it. Okay,
But you know what?
what? Talk to me.
She's gathering all her. She's like, she tells the cop, like, you got to time cop. You got to watch.
Yeah.
Time cop's like, yeah. She's like, time me, because she's like, you should stay away from this house. Runs in there, starts grabbing all her shit, grabs her little plastic head, back and forth to the car, and she's taking stuff that was maybe her roommate's, but he's dead, so
Right,
that
but
doesn't matter.
she
And
must
then
have taken
it doesn't-
so long because when she comes out, the cop is gone.
No, they weren't waiting. He's already dead, and they arrested the guy. But the witch
What are
company
these cops?
does a little spin.
Oh, I know, because we're all waiting for it to spin, and then it does the
Little
thing.
spin. They did the thing.
So happy with it.
And then, that means witch is nearby.
Bitches.
And earlier in the movie, the one thing she said she never wanted to be
Old.
was old.
Old.
I'm not sure. Okay, so he actually fucks himself by doing this.
No, that's Wishmaster. I understand your confusion.
Yes. So, okay, Daniel, I think I see where you're going. Well, okay, so he breaks the table because it's a really old table. He gets some pages for the Grand Grimoire. Cassandra's in the bathroom. Warlock. Here's the thing, though. We saw Warlock playing with her bracelet earlier. He wants that bracelet just like he wants that scorpion ring. So he takes the bracelet, puts a curse on you. So how does he fuck himself?
Because if he hadn't cursed her, she would have no reason to chase after him and wouldn't be helping What's-His-Dick navigate a modern world. So then he would have no opportunity to catch up and fuck him up.
Yes, science!
She would never have gotten Redfern out of jail, which is what we
Yeah.
assume happened. Daniel, you're brilliant. You're right. You know what? Petty little thievery. It gets you every time.
No, it's not the thievery, it's the cursing.
Oh, she would have went after him
Don't
over
curse
that
people.
bracelet.
Over that shitty little bracelet?
That plastic bracelet.
Look, that's all
It's
she
probably a
has.
candy bracelet. Yum yum.
I have a hard enough time finishing those as it is. You can't steal it. What if today's the day I eat it all?
Did you see the movie title in the background on the theater?
No.
It was Harrison Ford in Frantic.
What is that?
It's a movie. All I gotta say, Daniel, is 20 fucking years and not one party.
Mm.
Can I have your salt?
I mean, because it wasn't actually 20 years. You were just asleep for a little bit on the floor there.
You had a little nap.
Hey, lady, can I have your salt?
He's got to be so fucking thirsty. Just dumping salt onto that whip and then chewing on it. I didn't see him take one drink.
We did see him chew on a whip.
That's what
Yeah,
Kenny just said.
That's the leather he was chewing. God damn it.
No, but okay, we didn't. But listen, hear me out. We saw Redfern like putting a lot of salt in his mouth, but we never saw him take a
Right.
drink of water.
He did ask her where her whale was earlier.
That's a rude question.
Like, my mom left.
Yeah. You know what we did see,
And then,
though? We
what?
did see him chewing on a whip. A
Now-
leather whip.
When's the last time you boys salted your leather?
I mean, when I had to eat my shoes for survival because Daniel wouldn't let me eat his leg.
You just gotta wait. It wasn't done yet.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm just tired of these like 18th century dudes coming into my time telling me how to drive, even though I was about to cause a head-on collision with a semi because I was trying to pick up a pack of gum. How do you get so far in the other lane just trying to pick up a pack of gum?
And how do you stay in that lane and not just veer off the entire road? These are questions.
Let's all take a moment to appreciate rumble strips on highways. They're the real kings. You know how many times I'll be nodding off?
Oh, they have saved my
and
life
I
a
hear
couple
that.
times. Sure.
It's around
100 times,
it's
easily.
around this point in the movie where what's his dick starts
Tries to get that boy's hole.
chewing on a leather whip.
Oh shit.
Oh, salting his
He's
leather.
salting his leather.
He could salt my leather if you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
Don't.
you can't punt
Well, somebody's got to do it.
on a
I'm
first
not gonna
down.
chew on it.
Not even Tampa Bay. Okay.
Not even Tampa Bay does that.
Don't
What
let
does
the
that
little
mean?
stick guys get in between you and the
Look,
touchdown.
witches are girls.
Right.
Where's your broom?
I do
Don't you need a
not.
broom to fly?
I do. I need no broom to fly.
What
Yeah, I
do
don't
you
go to
What do
church,
you
dog.
need?
I need a good laugh.
Oh.
I need that boy's soul.
You
Give me
want
that
this
boy's
baby
hole.
boy's soul? You gotta pay the troll toll.
All I'm saying is goodly women don't need no makeup.
It's true.
Is he a good guy?
No, he's a
Well,
Puritan. What do you want?
Well, I want him to not command her to pull the car over
He's
immediately
not
so he
wrong
can
though.
take his
She
shit
looks like
on the
shit.
side of the road. What's the hair? It's not the makeup.
No, it's everything. Her whole thing.
I really so did want him to like just like when he had her pull over, like just start like drop his pants and start taking the shit right in the shoulder.
What?
They didn't have indoor plumbing.
But I want him to do it because he's got these furs on, and he sees her looking at him, and so he like flips the wolf head over himself, so it looks like a wolf popping a squat in the hallway. And then
when he's pushing,
and then they take shots at him, and that's how we get to the coyote hunting posse. That would have been a great transition. Also, I forgot. I was going to say that when he says, "What do you need to fly?" Julian Sands was going to say, "I need an airline that doesn't charge me an arm and leg. It doesn't make me sit in a vomit seat. That's what I need."
Did that happen to him?
Who can say where the
That was oddly specific.
wind blows? Only time.
I just don't want to be on that plane where that diarrhea like stream was all down the fucking wall.
How does one body produce? Now that person
Don't put me on the
was drinking water.
Don't put me on the shit plane. That's all I'm saying.
I think I could do it.
Given the right meal
So this movie
and time to work up to it.
also steals a little, at least the group think steals a little bit from Jaws. So like in Jaws, where boy gets eaten and they pull in a tiger shark and they go, we got him. Here, they got dead boy, and they go, okay, here's this one dead coyote, which has no blood on it, and it's only been like an hour or two since the boy's death, and they're like, yep, this is the one that did it. Here you go.
Yeah, that was the timeline on that is a little wonky.
Apparently, they cut out the stuff where he kills the boy and whatnot because it was too graphic. But can you imagine if that stayed?
Show it.
I think it changes the whole tone of the movie.
Because the movie's fun. I mean,
this is more lighthearted adventure with some slight horror elements.
It's almost
like, this movie isn't going to shock anyone.
slapsticky when you got her slamming the nails into the ground.
You got that, but you also got him like...
If the mushroom stamp was there, though.
Oh, yeah. You also got him like falling through the Cabbage Patch field or later. It's funny. And I mean, we do get the body horror of the tongue being ripped out at the very beginning, but really, that's it.
The eyes.
Okay, but we don't see, like, we see aftermath. We don't see it happening. So I guess we could have had like an image of the boy filleted.
I mean, this got an R rating.
I want to see the whole thing. Show me everything. I want to hear him screaming.
I have a note that says Deputy Drowsy on patrol. What does that mean?
Like the Pokemon?
I don't know. It's after
Did he get a job as a
Redford's
cop?
like human fat, great for witches. They make flying potions. Oh, that's what it is.
The cop is
Cop in the car. Yeah, he's just like,
he's got his radar gun, and that's that.
Hey, we're in Tucson, Arizona now, and ask me anything. I took 2 years of high school. Go on.
What's the mascot of Tucson, Arizona High School?
Sure, it's not Tulsa.
That's Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
A phoenix.
Tucson.
Tucson. Toucan Sam.
Two-hand jam.
Follow your nose.
All I'm saying
to a witch.
We get a sick fire hand now, and then the Amish / Mennonites are gonna save the day.
They are, because their bread ain't rising.
Bread ain't rising, and I said that witches be around, and Dale needs to say that anytime a bread thing fucks up in the bakery now.
I will
every time. Witches be around, and then be like, you go tither, and I'll go tither.
Is it possible they just forgot to put yeast in it?
No.
I know the signs.
Know the signs.
I guess it's when all those things happen at the same time, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Hey.
No blue flames.
Hey, Kenny, who the shit's Marion?
Marion. So that's like his wife's sister.
No, I think.
And don't ask me about her.
I think it's his wife.
Look, but she wasn't unclear because he wasn't answering. He'd just get really mad because Julian also boned her down.
Don't think that's true. He killed her.
He implied oh, we know her well. I mean, he could have plowed her down afterwards.
Different movie.
Better movie.
Different times.
Well, same vintage.
I thought you were gonna say better times.
Better times.
Okay, so I like this movie because at night in the car she ages. Have we mentioned she's been aging 20 years every day?
Every day.
A new day.
I mean, we didn't mention that specifically, but
well, she's doing it now. She's 60, and then she's like, "Oh, nothing could be worse than this." And then I told the movie, "How about if you made a sequel? That could be worse than this."
Oh,
look, it's not as good, but it's still a good time. Now, what if they made a sequel to that though?
Without Julian Sands.
But yeah, Warlock 3, it ain't it.
Did they replace? Did they take the W, put it a 3, and then flip the 3 on its side for that?
Shit.
To make it a Morlock?
Genius.
No, it's other side, Ryan.
And then he got recast by Warwick.
Oh.
Morwick Davis. Yes.
Morlock Davis.
Morlock Davis.
It's fire time in the attic. See, I like that because Warlock is reading the Grand Grimoire and is getting new abilities to fight our heroes.
He has a name, you dick.
What is his name?
I don't know.
Julian. He's literally titled or billed as Warlock.
Okay, he doesn't have a name.
He doesn't have a name. Okay, we're at the Mennonite farm. So we got Chinbeard. He's like, the cream's gone bad. Sweaty horse. A horse that sweats. Open attic door on the roof. Conclusion?
Flat
Dick
bread.
can't get up.
Gotta
Conclusion?
be a witch. Gotta be a witch.
You know the signs. And then our heroes show up, and it's like, if God's with us, we won't need this car anymore, man. It's fine. And we're like, you Amish? Nah, man, Mennonite. It's all good. That's fine. My brother was one. He was all right. And then he's like, look, you put these pennies in your mouth, which is gross. Money's dirty as shit.
Okay, you said
It's gonna ward off.
you said pennies, but I heard panties.
It's fine. And then he's like, you guys
You
stay
put these
down here.
panties
I'm
in
gonna
your
go up-
mouth.
You
It'll
gotta do it,
protect you
Morty.
from-
You gotta put pennies in your mouth, Morty. Do it for Grandpa
pennies in
Morty.
your mouth, Morty.
I've done it too many times. It'll
My
just fall
pen-
out, Morty. Do it for Witch Hunter Grandpa Morty.
Morty, they were your dad's panties. They've always been your dad's
fucking
panties. You
idiot.
didn't know. And like, take this board. I'm gonna go up in the attic. You shut the attic behind me. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna be like, knife to meet you, Batman.
Oh, that
You gotta
bat
tell me
had great
that
teeth.
this wizard man can't get out of a little room with magic if you just nailed
Well, he
something
couldn't
shut.
because he whipped the window closed too. Even though we've already established that he can just bust through windows. Doesn't matter. He's like, hey, look, I found a page of the grimoire, but the witch ain't here, man. And then it takes the
It's like,
Kasandra
wait a
with,
second.
hey,
He
like,
wouldn't
isn't
leave
that-
a page.
Yeah, isn't that thing bitch into witches? Like all this lingo in there. It's like, yeah, no shit. He wouldn't leave it. But then Giles fucking
Giles.
guts his ass. That's his name.
I'm calling him. Yes, yeah, it's true. But why did he leave the page?
I don't.
Why did he gut him?
Why does
Is it a
It's a national treasure situation. He was letting Nicolas Cage show up to see the page and then knows that Nicolas Cage is
If
going to know how to
this had
find the
been
last page.
Nicolas Cage's character, Benjamin Gates from National Treasure, that had been him hunting a witch, this movie would have been better.
This is true. Everything's better with Nicolas Cage. But you know what? You know how you guys all thought like math was useless in grade school? It wasn't going to help you in real life? Dude, that Warlock's math textbook saved his life when he got gutted. Stabbed the knife through the textbook and it just all healed up. It's math, man. It's real power. But then he gets fired out of the house just like the uncle in Barnelfish.
true that?
And then my next note is I like how he fingers things.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
I think he's doing just waving his hands around,
He's
making
probably-
stuff happen.
Probably
Oh,
doing finger
with-
guns.
Oh, with the wind
Yeah.
vein.
Hey, he's doing woo woo woo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then Julian gets knocked out through the window or something, and then he's about to fall, and then he catches himself mid-flight because he's got the whip around him, and that looks so fucking bad.
It's look, okay, yeah.
It's-
He's blasted out the door.
got-
But he's got the whipper on his foot, and so he's getting pulled to the cabbage patch. I don't know why it's so funny to me every time he knocks one of the cabbages over, but it's that slapstick humor that gets me every time. It's so
the
good.
dragon part's great. After the falling part, the flying is okay. Sure, it still just looks like the flying nun, but it's the scene where he's literally falling and then stops the descent and starts flying. That scene, that little cut right there, is so bad.
Well,
and then you
yeah.
got Giles there, like, I caught me a marlin. It's a real big one. And then he speared his ass with the wind vein.
It's a homing missile wind vein because it really just targets onto it really good.
Right into his back.
Oh,
And then
man.
he does a gentle descent.
Oh, but
It would have been better if he spiraled.
would have been
He
funnier.
exploded when he hit the ground.
Now,
Explosions are good.
I guess they spit out their copper pennies because Chinbeard ain't got his pennies anymore, and then he looks at
Well, it's because they're gross.
yeah.
You don't look him in the eye.
Now Chinbeard's got bleeding eyes.
Poor bleeding eyes.
Okay, I got a riddle for you. How many old ladies does it take to run down one hobbled warlock?
Well, one?
Do you know what a riddle is?
Here, take this blessed hammer and hit the dirt with it. Yeah, that's right. I'm totally not punking
Okay,
your
so
ass.
the-
Go ahead and hit dirt with this hammer. Go.
So the answer is
Give
that
me
he
the
doesn't.
shotgun.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know what a riddle is.
He don't know what a riddle is. Put nails in the shotgun.
Hey,
I'm just saying. Oh, so and it's a great scene because he's barefoot because they almost had him in the fucking toe, thumb, dick cuff again. And
You know, if he would wear shoes, that wouldn't even be an option.
I thought it was sexual assault as soon as they started removing his shoes. Like that's not
sexual
cool.
assault.
I mean, it's sexual for some people. Maybe him.
Okay.
it's hammer time, and you can't stop this. Dun, 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 dun,
You
dun,
take
dun,
the
dun,
nail and you smash it down into his footprints, and then she thinks on her feet because she sees where he face planted into a pile of sand, Julian's sand, and she's like,
dun.
I
Very
wish
good,
this
Daddy.
was like his mushroom stamp, but this is his face, so it'll do just as well. And I bet he's covering his feet with a board now, which will protect him. So, but he's not covering his face. Boom, right in the face. Then it's like, oh, you got my face. And then he's like dangling out of the train car and his little arm with his cute bracelets hanging out. And she's like, that's my cute bracelet. And then she starts running.
She
'cause
done
the train
running.
started rolling. And then I'm like, this old lady can't even freaking catch him. But then she like almost catches, and he's like, no, that is mine. And then she falls, and I'm like, oh, there goes her hip. But then it's like, oh, there's a bracelet on the ground. And then it's like, boom, young and hot again. Well, young.
Young again,
And
yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And I'm just like, I'm out now, dog.
Oh, you're out now that she's young?
No, that's
No.
I'm saying this is me speaking for her. She's like, I'm out now.
Well, of course she does that because they put Chinbeard to bed, and they're like, here, feel these keys. Now they
keys.
have to be
Feel
spun
these-
clockwise once each day. By morning, the blood should stop. Now, I know...
That was once an hour.
Shit, I know that we sent your family away, and you have no idea of knowing when an hour has passed, and we're not going to go find them or tell them what has happened, so there's no telling when they're going to get back. But let's tally forth. Good luck, Chinbeard.
Have a great life. And then Cassandra with a K
Hear me
tells Redfern, like, hey, man, T's and P's. Here's my car keys. You got my thoughts and prayers. Like, I believe in you, man. And then he's all like, dude, though, like, you're not hearing me. If he's got all the pages, like, all he's got to do is read the name backwards and it undoes all the worlds. And I'm like, okay, hold on, time out. Who set this up?
Dog? Oh,
That's
shit.
a dumb, oh, goddamn.
Oh,
That's a
shit.
dumb plan.
I see what you did there.
That's a dumb idea. What they did, that's bad planning. You don't do that.
So,
wait. What?
so God made the
Say my
reset
name.
button. God's password is just his name backwards, Daniel.
That's a bad password. He needs
It's a bad
he needs to
password.
do better.
Yeah,
Bad
but for
password.
1989, that's a pretty good password.
Maybe. I don't know, but you're not going to touch my bodkin.
I like how she drives, because it's how I drive now. A shoulder is also just a road.
I mean,
It's there. It's road.
it is there.
Drive on it.
It's not. It's
Use
not
it.
road.
It's
It's loud road.
It's-
and you're
It's
gonna
loud
flat tire.
road, and it's gonna fuck your shit up.
but not in the 80s.
Okay.
Cars were built
But
different.
you said
Tires are made out
that
of
you do
solid
this
metal.
now.
Of course.
But he also lived through the 80s.
But
Maybe some of the 70s.
time cop.
Time cop. In the 80s, you could unplug the credit card machine and just get your plane ticket for free.
Timing, huh?
I think you could do that now.
They let him get on the board with a fucking weather vane.
So yeah,
That you couldn't do now.
I watched this against like, how the hell does he do that? So he hands her the knife, and she's all fixated on, give me the knife. I'll just put it in my purse. We'll check the knife. It'll be fine. But he's still got the wind vane.
And then the whip.
But it's handed. It's down at his side, so it's not as obvious.
It's in his crack.
Yeah, and then
His prison wallet.
his bag of holding, if you will, because he pulls that sucker out, and oh my god, it's
I'd hold his bag.
uh
Look, there were witch signs on the plane, and I was like, I know he's there, but I couldn't remember. I
Man.
didn't remember that he was underneath the plane. I thought when they looked out the window, he's just going to be holding on to the wing.
I
was
wanted
just
him to be flying alongside of him.
Yeah, right? And I'm tired of these fake-ass old planes with all this, like, lots of space and shit, and, like, a fucking upstairs and stuff.
what is this upstairs downs? I've never.
Never. It doesn't really exist, but it shows up in movies all the time. Snakes on a Plane, I think, had an upstairs. Like, dude just casually walking around from an upstairs on the plane with no fucking shoes on. Get the fuck out of here. That don't happen. And look at that. They were in the cheap seats. Look how much room they had.
Back when every ticket was a first class ticket, and you could keep your shoes on through the whole process.
You should. And then you got Julian Sands in the fucking cargo hold eating mashed potatoes.
Uh-oh.
No.
Okay.
That's baby boy fat.
I like
Yeah, but that's probably mashed
that
potatoes.
Cassandra with the K is feeling sleepy, and so she puts her head down, she kind of nuzzles on our friend Renfern. And then she takes a whiff and she goes, oh, fuck no, not that. And she just puts her head away. Uh-oh, but there's spoiled cream and a flame of pure blue. When did the witch
Is there a flame? Should there be a flame on the plane?
Is there a flame?
They was smoking.
Oh my God, Daniel, that's right. Someone has an open flame. Just what's that flame for?
Was
he smoking cigarettes?
A cigarette. He was lighting. This was the 80s.
Jesus,
that's not okay.
It was then.
And Warlock's doing a witch from Nepal, hanging out in the luggage, eating children fat. Ugh. Hey, this is one of the best things. Lest you favor throttlings to the ear's face. No, bare left. What's that mean?
Is he saying unless you want me to whack you?
I think he's threatening violence to that cabbie.
Well, he threatened violence to the freaking stewardess over my rotting corpse.
She's like, sounds like we're already there, buddy.
Yeah, he was just happy he knew some of these streets. Then we go to church.
Why are we here?
With you,
we left Arizona.
Favorite cousin
Where did we
from
go?
Boston.
We went to Massachusetts. Why are we here?
Because we're looking for the rest of the grimoire. But instead we find a priest who has an overbearing pregnant maid who's staring at him from a window because he didn't get off work in time.
That's his wife.
Same.
She's dressed like a maid. Yeah. And she's just looking down like, how dare you let someone else into the church? I'm literally right here waiting for you, staring at you. Twins. And then Julian shows up.
Yeah, well, but she's like,
doesn't molest.
Oh, did you hear that? As the door's banging, and he is all, I hear you not making my dinner. And that's when the door gets kicked in. Because Julian Sands
exactly.
No, not okay.
You don't talk to her. Yeah.
You don't talk. I get to fondle her.
And he's like, oh, I feel them. I'm like, her boobs? And then he's like, yeah, there's 2 of them in here, little babies. And if you want them to be born, like, not dead, blah, blah. And I was like, joke's on you. Stuart wanted an abortion all along. Like, his parish is not going to appreciate that he got the maid pregnant.
It's his wife.
That's his wife.
Is it?
Yes.
You really think priests in Boston are allowed to get married?
Protestant priests.
You ignorant skink.
Now.
Was he?
I don't know.
Now, he was asking a very important question because, like, tell me, Stuart, lest your children be born slugs of cold flesh, tell me now. Do you take a left or right at the fork in the hiking trail on Mount Baldy? Stuart gave him bad information.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Well, you don't take the hard right.
Graveyard time.
Oh, Discord probably just cut out. I just did the slide whistle noise for a fall.
Oh, God.
Okay.
This is a celebration, bitches.
This is how we deal with our grief.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, because Julian Sands fell to his death.
On Mount Baldy. He died at the age of 65.
Oh, that was the entire joke you did. That's not a line from the movie. That was the whole
joke on Mount Ryan.
I didn't understand that. Okay, I got it now.
Julian Ryan. Julian Mounts Ryan? That's a different movie.
God, you wish.
Time Cop.
I'd watch that. Hey, look, one of my comments right here is Julian is so dreamy. So
okay.
But then he doesn't molest, and that's not okay. But now we're gonna go search thither more after. Wait, did I make my? Yeah, okay. We're gonna go. Is it thither or tither?
Yeah.
You the thither, me the thither.
Can I borrow your thithers?
We'll give them
sometimes
back.
We can thither before.
Can I?
Can
I borrow your John Deere tractor? Everyone's having a good time.
That's it's a wonderful knife
Highlander.
Joke,
yeah,
I didn't hear what it was.
Throwback. Can we thither before breakfast?
All I gotta say is this where Poltergeist happens? Because they're gonna build condos.
That's what I said
on the burial ground.
First I said it was a Highlander situation. Then I was like, oh shit, now it's a Poltergeist situation. But like, just because they move the bodies, does that ground become not holy anymore?
You have to do a ritual.
Do you have to unholy it? Because
big magic. No. You keep the holiness of the one site, but you have to do a whole ritual on the next site. You can't just.
It's old magic, Kenny.
Yeah, this is old salt. Snap the fingers off Redfern kind of magic.
'Tis my own casket.
Oh, gotta get those pages. Snap. He
didn't want to let go.
'Tis my own casket.
She told him not to look, and he looked, and he's freaking like, "What do you expect, dude? You're like hundreds of years old. You're gonna be dead, dude."
Why is he dead,
dude?
Because it's 100 years. Like he goes back.
Does he? Oh, wait.
Yeah, he Tasmanian Devil's back. Because remember the message on his tombstone happens. It's time travel. It's muddy.
It time travels, but he has the pages.
So but why would he doesn't even like the idea of what they did with the book? But apparently the first time around he did.
But
so this is
he already did it though. This already if that's already happened.
But maybe not.
I always it's always like we have to do the branching dimensional whenever we do time travel, right? It cannot be same dimension of the time travel. When you change times, it branches off.
I'm a believer that you can only go forward in time.
It's worked for us so far.
I do it for like 8 hours a day, every night.
Ooh.
You know what else points up?
This dick.
My dick.
My wind vein.
Oh.
That's what you call it nowadays?
Sometimes you got to stab your wind vein into the ground to see if it's holy ground.
It's true. Honey, my wind vein's rusty again.
My wind vein, it ain't homing like it used to.
I just can't anymore.
It won't point north. Well, okay. So then...
It keeps wanting to point south, and you say no.
And it always seems like it's raining because it's just dripping.
You got the drip.
And now it's kind of going a little to the east. We call that the Tokyo drift.
And there's a funk, some sort of a funk that wafts in from the east.
It just ripped right off of the base there. And I throw it at my enemies.
Yeah, take that.
Last time we seen a wind vein thrown like that, you guys wanted to bang a siren.
Not me, dude.
Like a time cop over here trying to be all revisionist history.
Yeah,
that you weren't trying to make her
dude.
into a weird little slam pig siren.
No.
No, buddy, I like you. But you know what I don't like? How Julian Sands shows up. The team splits up all Scooby-Doo, and then Julian gets a hold of Kasandra, and then he takes her shoe off, and I'm like, is he about to do tickle torture? That's not cool. Then he takes like a shard and starts shoving it into her foot. I'm like, oh, that's also not cool.
But she hammered nails into his foot.
Yeah, but that's all part of the chase. He's just being mean about it. And then he looks at Redfern, and he's all like, look, man, I think we both knew your lady, man. Like, I banged her, you banged her, we banged each other. I mean, it's, look, yeah. And then Redfern gets it with the old, fight me like a man.
Oh.
It's because this ripped off Rush Hour. And Julian Sands is like, he's like, look, what? And then people fear me, man. Like, I don't fear you. And then Redfern's like, look, man, they don't fear you. They fear your magic. And that's just like saying people don't fear you. They fear your martial arts that you know. So fight me without it. Like, I earned this. Why would I not use it? Like, that's dumb. I ain't using I ain't using a gun. Like, this is my magic, man. You got little homing veins and you got spit salt covered whips and shit, and I can't use my magic. That's bullshit. He rubs his face in the dirt.
He cheats.
He gets him with some pocket sand.
He cheats.
Yeah,
this is cheating.
Pocket sand.
Redford cheats.
Yeah, that's what Julian gives him fire mouth.
Now, it's not the fire mouth that does it. It's that Redfern knows that those fingers have touched the painted whore Kasandra with a K and not washed them before he put them in his mouth. And so that's why he's vomiting.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good.
You touched her feet, Daniel. You saw it.
Yeah, but then Kasandra grabs the whip and tries to choke his ass, but she's not really into that kinky stuff. She couldn't even do that right. He just chucks her ass in the water, and I'm like, guess who's salted now? And I'm like, oh yeah. And then he's over there starting to do the ritual, and I'm like, now's not really the time to do the ritual, dog. You're still like in active combat. Maybe you just like, I don't know, leave.
Oh, you mean grab the book and fly away?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just leave.
But then our players don't really get a chance to do battle with the bad guy, and that's not very...
Well,
no one's going to enjoy the
preliminary
session.
Battle.
I know, but they've rolled okay. But fail forward.
We don't roll for shit. Look, all that work to find out, like as the book's doing it, I was ready for God's name to show up on there, and it's going to be like, it's Frank.
It turns out it's like Propecia.
Knarf!
Grubbins.
Roaisha.
Don't say it.
I didn't. Oh.
God bless you.
So, if I injected your brain with salt water, what do you think would happen?
I'd probably die.
You would say, try saltwater, fuck brain.
Yeah, is it good?
It's bad.
Ah, shit.
Well, you get injected with salt water all the time.
Go on.
That's all a saline solution is it not?
What do you mean all the time?
So,
well, I mean the royal you.
And
what do you mean the royal you?
I'm just saying the part here isn't the solution, it's how she gives him the solution. I mean, obviously the solution would kill him either way, but if you get hooked up to a saline drip, you're good. But if they took a whole saline needle and just shoved it randomly into your neck or somewhere and injected you with it, you shouldn't be just injecting things.
That's river water.
Random spots. I don't think it was river water if it was salt.
But it's where the river meets the ocean. It's a bay.
Okay, but what do we call it? Is it tertiary?
Sure.
were the-
Yeah.
Two types of water. We learned that.
Yeah.
This is an educational pod. We always say that.
I love it that after he gets injected, he starts levitating, but now it's Warlock Sparkle time, and he starts catching on fire, and then he becomes a red gooey skeleton, and then he falls to the ground, and Redfern walks all up to him, and the skull turns to him and goes, "Rah!" Redfern just crushes his skull with his boot, and I'm like, oh, those gooey effects are so good.
I really would have preferred, though, if after he got injected, he did like the blow up thing in Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay, we can have it both ways. So he gets injected, he expands, blows up, but it's like a Mortal Kombat fatality. The skeleton is still intact. All the flesh and guts just go out, everything. And then Redford comes over and uppercuts him.
Oh, yeah. And then like someone leans in and goes, whoopsie!
Oh, I thought Kasandra with the K goes over and goes, friendship.
Well, at that point, though,
he turns into a baby.
he's my baby.
Oh, the clouds give way to the starry sky, and Redfern turns into a tornado again. And
Well, first they have their will they, won't they. It's like if our times weren't so disjointed, perhaps.
And you weren't
we
fugly as
could've-
hell.
if one of you
Yeah,
had
and I'm
taken
like,
a
"He can't
bath
love
or
you, lady." He
showered in
has
the
a-
past 2 weeks, maybe we could talk.
I was talking
Kisses
about
her on
her.
the eyes.
She's the problem.
Yeah, she's the problem.
That's because every time
But
he touches
also-
her, she sucks away moisture. The hair it's
And it doesn't help that their first interaction was him punching her in the face.
No, that's a conversation starter.
That's true. But then, yeah, he just poofs Tasmanian Devil back to the past, and she's left with this mess of a life to clean up. No roommate. She's got to do something with the book. But hey, at least he left a message on his gravestone for her. I'll remember you for the rest of time. Not a message about his wife or anything. Like, you tell me he didn't go down and bone down anyone else? No, because in olden times, he probably lived another 2 to 3 weeks.
yeah, because
So he went back there and just died.
he got all the new viruses that he didn't have immunities to, and he took
Oh.
he probably just wiped out a couple
And then
villages with new
No,
wiped
pathogens.
out. Yeah.
What happened is he got burned for being a witch because he time traveled and then time traveled again to come back.
He probably burned himself, and he probably went around calling everyone like, hey, you're not a whore. Everyone wears makeup in the future. To his mom. And then, okay, you got this book that you can't destroy. I think she does, but you got to keep it away from witches. I think she does about the best thing you could think to do with it. About the best thing.
Put it in space.
So
Shooting into space would be good, too. Burying it in a salt thing is pretty good, especially if you don't tell anyone you're doing it, because that's also an issue. Quit telling people
right,
where you're putting all this shit. Just don't do that. But
maybe
you
multiple
literally
salt
just killed the
flats?
guy with... Well, like, she's out in the middle of the salt flats. That's great. But you know what else you could do? You could fucking put it in a lead box and drop it in the fucking ocean.
The ocean is quite salty.
And it's very deep. And so the likelihood of someone just stumbling onto it...
Now, could a warlock, a witch, have some kind of use a mage hand and levitate? But they'd have to know where it is, and it's at the bottom of the
have to
ocean.
know where
There's
it
like
is.
a 30-yard range on that.
So do you think if the salty air is enough to make them go, I can't get near there?
Well, you gotta think about it. Like, if they might be able to flow over the salt marsh
Uh-huh.
and reach it, she didn't dig it that deep. But if it's at the bottom of the ocean, I like to imagine their magic can't affect anything with the salt, so it's not like they can part the sea. They're gonna have to stick around for a long time, build up a lot of money over the years so they can pay to drain the ocean.
Or so that they can start a submarine company, so then they can take some billionaires and some other rich people down in a submersible, and hopefully nothing bad happens to it.
What kind of controller are we gonna use?
Probably a PS2 one or a Logitech one. I
If
don't
only
know.
they would use their powers for good and fix Kasandra with the K's blessed hair, because it still doesn't look real even now, and it bothers me. But you know what? I love this movie.
Hey, Laurie Singer's hair looks fine in real life.
So answer me this. Did they make this movie with a different title, and then after they made it, they realized, oh wait, a male witch is sometimes called a warlock? So we can call it warlock.
It was called the Man Witch.
I know how you kids like them extra sloppy.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
my joke wasn't appreciated to the proper degrees by everyone involved here.
I added on to your joke
Yeah.
with a reference to a movie about sloppy
just
joes.
didn't make a noise, didn't acknowledge it.
He's gonna act like he never ate Manwich.
Don't look at me, Daniel with the D.
I mean, he could. But let's talk about other things that the creators behind this did that are just bangers. So let's start with Steve Miner. What do you remember off the top of your head about Steve
Is
Miner?
it Friday Part 2?
and 3.
No, we're not talking about that. Friday Part 2.
Okay. Friday 2. House.
House. Did he also do a My Bloody Valentine?
Let's see. House. Warlock. He did H2O.
H2O.
Lake Placid. I'm skipping a lot of these TV shows. Let's see. Day of the Dead. That's a lot of TV shows. So, but he has some bangers of some classics. Now let's look at what 2 he wrote. So, Critters 2 was the first thing he wrote.
Critters Month. When are we doing Critters Month?
In February.
February. Isn't DiCaprio one of his first movies like Critters 4 or some shit?
Sounds about right.
So we just do it on his birthday.
Which is luckily in February.
February. So Critters 2, Warlock. Obviously he gets credited for future Warlocks. The Fugitive.
Yeah.
Terminal Velocity.
What?
Waterworld.
Oh.
Ooh.
The Arrival, which is that the weird Charlie Sheen alien one?
You say weird,
Yeah,
and
it
I
is.
say
good.
Slow.
Backwards Knees. G.I. Jane.
nice.
Apparently there was a video game based on The Arrival.
There's a video game based on this
I played
movie.
it. I played this one too.
Played The Arrival?
Big gamer over here.
You played
They
Warlock?
made an Arrival 2.
No, I didn't play Warlock or Arrival. I lied. I've never played a video
Pitch
game
Black.
in my life.
Oh, Pitch Black's so good.
Pitch Black Slam City.
I'm sorry, what?
Is that the basketball game?
Probably. Imposter. Below, obviously more of the Riddick stuff. A Perfect Getaway. That was a fun little
That was a good movie.
horror movie. Yeah. And it's just more Riddick stuff. He's got more Riddick stuff in the future too. But like that's two big names attached to some shit, you know. And then like I said earlier, Julian Sands, Laurie Singer, Richard Grant. Like your main 3 went on to be, well, Laurie was already kind of big from Footloose, but you know, it's just I don't understand why it's not as big as Terminator. Is it?
You really
as
don't
good as-
You really
Understand
don't
that?
understand?
Is it not? It's not as good as Terminator, but like, do you ever hear anyone talking about Warlock?
No.
Like I'm saying, like it should be bigger. Maybe not as big as Terminator, but it should be bigger.
Terminator special effects better.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, but Stan Winston, what are you gonna do?
Hire him.
I believe he's dead now, but that's fine.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why. This is fun. Is it because it's not you can't watch this? It's rated R, so you can't. You're not supposed to watch it with the family, but it's
Even though it's very family safe.
it's just pretty tame, but it's also
I mean-
not very gory, and so it's not like it doesn't have like oh my god kind of moments, except for that sexy possession scene. Okay, and the ending where we get Warlock Red Skeleton.
I mean,
It's a horror comedy, kind of.
I would say like maybe it's just rated R because of the times. But get this. It was just brought to my attention this morning that There's Something in the Barn was also rated R.
I said that during the recording of There's Something in the Barn.
Yes, but
Did you? But it's brought to my attention this morning.
someone
Okay.
finally told Kenny this morning it's rated R.
I said that.
Why didn't you tell me then, Daniel?
I did.
Okay, so, but the only thing in that movie that could have possibly even hinted at it getting it was the snowmobile.
That's the exact thing I said.
Is that what I said?
No, it's what I said.
Time Cop.
Time Cop.
Time Cop.
But anyway, I can understand Warlock maybe being rated R for the time, but I cannot fathom Something in the Barn being rated R now.
Yeah, this is more R than that.
Yeah, just based on when it came out. Like this
I'm
is
not
this
even.
makes,
I'm not even based on when it came out. I think put them together in our timeline.
well, I mean, Julian Sands is too hot for the kids to see.
That's what I'm saying.
Way hotter than Bruce Payne, who replaced him in the third one.
If you remove the tongue, I mean, you don't even see it get ripped out of its mouth. It's all implied. You just see a tongue get thrown onto a sizzling pan. You remove that. What gore, aside from Red Skeleton at the end,
Eyeballs.
You know what it probably was?
you just see the eyeballs move. That's cute and adorable to me.
the
Yeah,
two
to
dudes
you.
kissing.
Also, yeah, 2 dudes kissing.
That's what they. That's what they didn't like.
Oh.
None of them dwarves kissed. I guess elves. Sorry, none of them elves kissed. Were kissing each other.
Oh my god!
Are you kidding me,
if
Daniel?
I walked in on 2 elves thithering,
Did you watch a different cut of a movie where the elves were finger blasting each other
It was
or
the
something?
night before Thithering, and all through the house, every creature
All
was
through the house.
finger blasting.
thithering.
Even the barnelfish.
Even the mouse.
Even the mouse, yes.
Oh man! Tell you what, though, that dude that replaced Sands in the third one pops up in a lot of freaking random things that we've seen.
I believe he's a decent character actor. He's just unfortunately in
Not Julian Sands.
Not Julian Sands, and not in Warlock. He's in Warlock 3.
Warlock 3. He's in Dungeons and Dragons. He's in Highlander Endgame.
Oh, yes, he is. He's the Call Me guy.
Howling 6. The Freaks. Look, the Howling series gets a little fucking weird.
As long as they still have those badass werewolves, I don't care. Let's watch it.
Oh, you haven't seen?
I've only seen
far down the Howling?
I've only seen the first Howling.
Well.
Oh,
No,
well.
you old man, you shut up, or I'm a sicko. I'm gonna give you a good thithering. With no salt.
Thither me, Thurkthes.
There will be no salting of your leather today, old man.
No salting. I say, for other recommendations, go ahead and watch the second one. I still have a good time with it. Warlock Armageddon, it's not as good.
I'm gonna disagree.
It's fucking weirder.
It's two different movies. You have Warlock walking through New York, hanging out, and then you have country bumpkin pagans just
Look, that's fair. Okay, look, this is for Julian Sands' birthday. So what we're recommending Julian Sands movies. So Arachnophobia.
The Stephen King miniseries he was in.
Oh,
was that Emily Rose?
Emily Rose Red, which is phenomenal. He plays the nice paranormal like medium guy. Yeah, he's fantastic in that. Rose Red is underrated. I was happy to see people talking about that a month or so ago because, well, no one talks about it. There's a prequel movie. It's not as good. But Rose Red for sure. He is in... He's in a lot of things, but not all of them are like our kind of things, but he's still great. Jeez.
No, he did not do a lot of genre films.
Well, he seems more like classically trained, and he's respectful, you know? Gothic. Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia, that's what I was saying.
Witch
Arachnophobia
Hunt.
Venice.
He was a voice in Biker Mice from Mars. Oh, he's in a movie called Time Code.
Time Code.
Yeah, there we go. I knew we'd find it. It's a good movie. You guys like this movie?
Yep. It's fun.
You guys like Julian Sands?
Yeah, he's cute. He's cute.
I do.
You want to see his balls?
Not especially.
I mean... Oh, okay. I will say, for some reason, in the next Warlock movie, he looked younger. Maybe it's because his haircut is shorter or something. I don't know. It's weird. You see him, and he's fit, man. You know.
Well, they dropped the quality of the script, and they increased the quality of the Julian.
Oh yeah.
They thought that would handle it, and they're right. What are we watching next? I mean, this is a special, so I don't know what's on the schedule after that.
For our Julian Sands series, we'll be watching Arachnophobia next year for his birthday.
Maybe we'll do that for my birthday.
Sure.
Maybe, okay.
Or for JR's birthday.
Hey,
sure. We have a special treat. The next one is Witch from Nepal.
Oh.
And this one is Kenny's fault.
It's not my fault.
100% is your fault.
The public said that we should watch the Shin Megami Tensei movie because it was a sister film.
All right, don't spoil anything about it.
Yeah, to
ancient,
the Seventh Curse.
Ancient Ancestor. Which is
a banger.
Yeah. So go out.
You want to blame me?
I blame you for Witch from Nepal.
We're gonna watch Lift to Hell at some point, and nobody's gonna be able to see that evil.
No, Daniel found it.
Son of a bitch.
You have to use your magic to find it sometimes. Or you just listen to us talk about it, and then you don't have to listen to it.
Just listen to us, or ye be needing to go to a bay of some sort.
Oh Lord.
A bay?
Maybe you just listen to us talk about Witch from Nepal.
No, I think you gotta know.
You gotta know.
You gotta know.
You gotta know. So, as always...
Well. I can put my dry eyeballs out of the sand. I gotta put some conditioner in my frizzy troll hair.
As always, I've been your host who contradicted himself by saying he wouldn't like the taste of pennies in this episode, Kenny.
Wow. I've been your incredibly unattractive troll doll, Daniel.
One who tells you everything they saw, one who clicks his pins, one who whooshes their merds. I know the signs! Ryan.
Did you mean to mush your words when you said that? Because you said mushing your merds.
I know the signs!
He knows the signs. Bye-bye.
vein? Where did that winter put the vein?